Hello and welcome to Shower Party. I'm Liam Salvage, joined here alone by myself in the newsroom, the Shower Party newsroom, otherwise known as our extra bedroom that I got a new desk in and decided to do a desk piece. I spent $85 on this heavy. I almost injured a man on Facebook Marketplace. He helped me carry it down the stairs. He slipped, the desk fell on him, and here we are. I paid him $15. It was a $70 desk. It was approximately 150 pounds. This is a heavy desk. And it fell on him as he was walking up the ramp to the Home Depot truck that I rented. And I gave him an extra $15 for it falling directly onto his penis. That's what you get when I buy something on Facebook Marketplace from you. You get an extra $15 if it falls on your penis. No matter what it is, you're getting an extra $15 from me if your penis is mangled after an encounter with me, Liam Salvage. So I figured, while I'm in this cramped room with an extra desk now, before I throw out the other one, might as well do some news for you. All my friends are busy, so I figured, what's better than me with a little bit of news and a 150-pound mangled penis desk? I figure I'm gonna put a little plaque where that man mangled his penis. It was right on that corner, the left corner, the stage right, my left corner of the desk. It fell directly onto his penis. He already had an injured thumb when we got in there. However, he did have a very large house, so I don't think he needs his penis anymore because he has money. He can buy a dildo for his wife, and I think he'll be A-okay. I think he'll be fine. He also had a mangled thumb. He had a bunch of bandages on there, but I only brought my girlfriend to carry this heavy desk. I thought, it's not that heavy. And then I got there, and I forced him to carry it with me down the steps. So my girlfriend really is the girl that mangled his penis. Inadvertently, my girlfriend did grab his penis and mangle it, which does make me upset. Because in my mind, I'm connecting the dots. Now I think, this desk, by extension, made my girlfriend cheat on me by mangling that man's penis. This week, actually, big week for whites. Big week for whites. We had both Donald Trump elected and Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson. I don't think the whites have had a better week since 1939. Of course, 1939 being the year that the Jake Paul of Germany took over. The Jake Paul of Germany went into that war and won 5 consecutive years until the Americans came in and finally beat him, which was like Tyson Fury, America's Tyson Fury. We finally beat Jake Paul after he was helplessly beating all of these senile black old men. And then Tyson America came in there and just beat the sense into Adolf Hitler / Jake Paul. Big week for whites. Yeah, it was nice going from Trump being elected to Jake Paul winning, because now we feel like we can we have a little chip on the minorities out there think they have a chip in their shoulder, but us whites we're just pummeling on them right now. These past 2 weeks, people crying online for Donald Trump being elected, and then Jake Paul, 50-year-old men being like, God damn, the 27-year-old beat the 60-year-old man. We're us young whites are pummeling the whole world right now with all the events in the news. I did watch the fight just because I was just at the TV anyway, so I figured might as well turn it on. And I watched the fight, and in the middle I realized, boxing is boring. I can't tell if this is actually a good fight or not. Is he old, or is it supposed to be like this? I forgot that they only hit each other in the face. I forgot there's not wrestling down on the ground. It's only how many times can I hit this guy in the face. Really, that would have been a good excuse for Mike Tyson went to prison for rape in 1992. That would have been a good excuse for him. So I get hit in the face pretty often. I can't go to jail. That's why I had sexual relations with that woman. I got hit in the head one too many times. The Mike Tyson head blow defense for not going to jail for 3 years on a 6-year charge. Really, 6 years for sexually assaulting that woman is actually not that bad. And when he got out in 3 and then immediately won another heavyweight championship of the world fight, it kind of makes you think, I don't think we really were that stringent on him in prison. If he was able to train enough to then come out the year after and still win, I think he was having a pretty good time in prison. I think he was eating all the meals that he should have been. I think he was training. I don't think we put a detriment on that man's life at all. If anything, he probably got more jacked. The 1993 fight of the showers in the California State Prison with Mike Tyson and 20 other men trying to pin him down. It was just one big training session for him on seeing if he could make them suck his penis instead of the other way around. A lot of men sucked Mike Tyson's penis while he was in jail. It did give me, the fight did give me inspiration to just fight my dad. My dad hasn't consensually fought with me since I was 16 years old, and now the next time I see him, I think I am just going to pop him in the mouth and let him know that he's no longer the man of the house. I got 30 years on him. I'm 30 years his younger, and if history has taught us any lesson, is we're allowed to kill our dads. We're allowed to just humiliate our dads in public. I'm going to bring my dad out into public and just start hitting them with those incredible Hulk hands. Bring it back to the good old days when I was 3 years old wrestling with him and he let me win. Yeah, let's see if you let me win this time when I'm using my full man strength with Hulk hands on. Let's see if I can beat the shit out of you with Hulk hands. It would be now that boxing is a bastardized sport, it would be very fun to just start doing like celebrity leagues where they just start beating the shit out of each other with Hulk hands. One guy's got the Infinity Gauntlet of Thanos on. It just becomes Marvel boxing with the celebrity theater. Very big week for whites. There was also, because in the news, I also saw the Haka dance in New Zealand. I guess there's like this group of people, like the I guess native New Zealanders. They were there before us whites, and they do this thing called the Haka dance. And people online, all the whites are being like, this is so cringy. And then all the people that are defending the Haka dance are like, white people just don't have culture. Yeah, hey buddy, have you heard of a little thing called 25 Days of Christmas on Freeform, formerly known as ABC Family? I think us whites have a little bit of culture. You have us to thank for all that Harry Potter for a whole month of December. Who else but us would give you Harry Potter's 1 through 8 all December long on Freeform, formerly known as ABC Family? Do you think that's not culture? You think that's not culture to give you 25 Days of Christmas on ABC Family, now known as Freeform? If that isn't culture, I don't know what is. A Christmas Story for 24 full hours on TBS, that's white culture right there. We've got a whole list of TV shows and programming that brought to you by us whites. Yeah, I shot my eye out. Who gave you that line? Us whites. On ABC Family, now known as Freeform. Us whites have given you Christmas movies for the past millennia. And you're going to sit around here and say that we got mayonnaise culture. No, sir, we got 25 Days of Christmas on ABC Family, now known as Freeform. It does make me, having this desk around me, does make me want to be like Alex Jones. Something about a white man with a desk makes you really want to start doing conspiracy theories and blaming parents for, blaming Sandy Hook on a series of actors. Something about this desk really makes me want to blame those kids. I don't know what it is. Just a little bit of fun here on the Shower Party News Network. The Haka dance is very fun when they start dancing around. It is like going on a carnival cruise. You're like, hell yeah, this is what this was made for us to just watch and learn. For us to have a good time watching them have a little bit of fun. It is a war dance, and they did do it in like the New Zealand Capitol building, which I thought, all right, do we have to go to war with the Haka people now? Haka, more like Haka Tuah. And you say us whites don't have culture. Who brought you the Haka Tuah girl? That's right, it was us. If that woman didn't grow up in the trailer park of Alabama, you wouldn't have us white culture Haka Tuah guys out here. Yeah, that really gave us a pep in our step when that white girl came out and was like, Haka Tuah? That was like, hell yeah, we don't have to... She's white. She's not being like Bad Baby pretending to be black. She's not getting like tans to become black. We got a true American white. doing some culture around here. That's what we do around here. That's what we do around here. We give some white culture to all these people. We don't have any dances. That's the issue with white people. Yeah, we got the Macarena, which it really isn't ours, but it's ours. If you go to a wedding, there's not too many like Mexicans out there doing the Macarena. It's us. We got the chicken dance, technically. I think that's us. If it comes out that a black man made the chicken dance, I'm going to be devastated. I might be one of those white people don't have culture anymore kind of guys after that. If the chicken dance, I plan on having people do that at my funeral. You know how like those African guys who dance around with the casket on their backs? I want my pallbearers to be doing the chicken dance as they lower me into the ground. That's my white culture. As they lower my casket into the ground, where it's the 25 Days of Christmas and a Christmas Story playing simultaneously. During my death, they're going to be playing A Christmas Story, I Shot My Eye Out, 24/7, as they lower me into that deep, cold ground, and then my heart will be warmed as I remember, yeah, that's one for us. Yeah. In other news, McDonald's is spending $100 million to bring back customers after their E. coli breakout. Let me tell you this. I never left. As soon as that E. coli bullshit broke out, I was immediately like, hell yeah, I'm going to McDonald's today. I go to McDonald's probably once a week, and right when that quarter pounder with cheese started having E. coli in it, I was like, there's no way it's going to be me. And I immediately went, this is a true story, I went to McDonald's and said, give me a quarter pounder with cheese, extra E. coli. That was an extra 25-cent upcharge, sadly. It is, they charge you for putting extra stuff on your sandwich, but they don't, give you money back when you take some off. I said, give me no pickles and then give me E. coli for no charge. And they said, sorry, sir, that'll still be a 25-cent charge for extra E. coli. And I said, I thought this was America. What are we doing here? Give me that extra E. coli for $0. I said, no pickles. As an even exchange. If I go to Taco Bell and get a delicious, Crunchwrap Supreme, and I say no beans, extra sour cream, it better be, no, we're not even. We're not even on that one. If anything, sour cream is probably cheaper than beans, I would say. At least the manpower. They have to rehydrate their own beans at Taco Bell. I think that sour cream comes in a little squirty can. So really, I'm saving you guys money in wages by saying, hold the beans, extra sour cream. I say they're spending $100 million and distributing it to like the McDonald's affected by that E. coli break. I don't think they should have to do it. Everyone's still going to be going to McDonald's because everybody in America has the right to go to McDonald's and die a slow, painful E. coli death on our own terms. Bring the E. coli back. I'm allowed to die with a smile on my face if I so damn please. If I go to McDonald's and I say extra E. coli, I better be able to go there and die with a smile on my face because I had a QPC with extra onions. It was the onions. The thing about McDonald's, I guess they source their onions differently depending on what the sandwich is. Because if you get a Big Mac, it has diced onions. But if you get a QPC, it has shredded onions, like slivers. And I guess that's the one that had the E. coli on it. I don't understand how that works. It seems like an onion's an onion. But I guess if you cut it differently, shit gets on it and you get E. coli. I guess what they were really doing was with those onions that were slivered, they put them in a man's ass, and then it came out grated. It's like one of those apple choppers you can buy at Walmart from the As Seen on TV section. It's one of those, but just a man's asshole. He sits down on an onion, and it's just perfectly stranded instead of chopped. That's what they do at McDonald's. That's how an E. coli breakout happens. In other news, supposedly Barnes & Noble is doing better now than ever. I think that's bad news for America. I thought in America it was cool to not read. The past 10 years of my life, I have not read a single book. Sophomore year or junior year of high school was the last book I read. I thought I was being cool in America, and now it's making a comeback. This is going to be the new trend. I have to pick up a book. I haven't read in 10 years. Am I supposed to start from scratch? Am I supposed to go back and read Dr. Seuss? I don't know if I can read anymore. Do I have to go back and do my ABCs, go to Dr. Seuss, then I can start reading Harry Potter, or can I just pick up where I left off? Is it reading like riding a bike? That is the overall question here on the Shower Party News. Can I get back into reading without having to go back to the fundamentals, learn what a comma is, learn what a period is? Punctuation is really where I'll probably get caught up on when I get back into reading. I'll think, oh, what's that little dot at the end of the sentence? What does that mean? It would be very fun to not read a book for 10 years and immediately have to explain why I'm reading Mein Kampf at the local Starbucks, not buying anything and just reading in public because they have public restrooms. Having to explain, no, I just want some light reading to get back into it. I heard this wasn't a bad read. I heard it was pretty easy. There's a lot of white guys online that said it's very easy if you agree with the rules of the book. Very easy read. That's what I heard. Now I'm going to sit in this Starbucks with a free bathroom. I hope there's not a code, because if there is, I am going to have to buy the cheapest item on the menu, probably a scone of some sort. That coffee's too damn expensive. Get a scone so I can get the receipt to get the code to get into the bathroom. That's really my dilemma, as I've realized that reading is coming back. Barnes & Noble's doing better than ever right now, and I'm not excited to have to read Mein Kampf in public at a Starbucks and get glares and have to explain to everybody. These white dudes online that I'm friends with said it was an easy read. They said if I agree with it, it's kind of fun. You kind of look forward to the next chapter. It's a page turner. That's what the white guys online said it was. And they're saying white guys don't have culture. The white guy culture is reading Mein Kampf in a Starbucks and having to explain to everybody, no, I'm not, I'm just seeing what it's about. I'm not actually, I don't have a swastika tattoo on the back of my head. I'm just seeing what this is about. It's a light read. It's a page turner. You read your romance novel, I'll read Mein Kampf. You do you, I do me, and we'll meet in the middle. That's a fun suggestion to go for a family book club. Oh God, imagine reading the book with your dad. I've never seen my dad read anything in his life. Imagine just starting a book club in your family, forcing your dad to read, and he just goes online and reads the Spark Notes. He lies to you, but he wants to be a part of the conversation. You can only do, if you force your family to do a book club, you have to give ones that are based on movies so your dad can just watch that and then come back and be part of the conversation. Otherwise, you're ostracizing that old man. You've never seen him read. Just give him a movie and then let him just be like, oh, I don't think that happened in the movie. Just let him say that. I think with the difference between the movie and the book, let him write a report on it. I do take after my dad in the fact that he also loves to say that he never read a book in high school, that he only read like the first, middle, and end paragraphs. He only read like a tenth of the book to get in order to pass the class. Me and my dad are like peas and carrots, as Forrest Gump would say. I can't stop thinking about that man's mangled penis. That he helped me, this poor man, they told me to bring someone that could help me lift this desk. I brought my girlfriend. I thought she was, stronger than she is. I forgot that women aren't that strong. And then this poor man slipped and his penis just got hit immediately by a heavy desk. He already had kids, though. The kids were out there watching. That is the worst part. His kids watched him mangle his own penis in front of his wife and kids. I kind of dominated that man. And then I tipped him for his pain. I said, thank you for the show. Here's $15 extra. Thank you, sir, for mangling your penis in front of us. Bravo, bravo. Encore, please. So shove this desk up your butthole if you want to give us an encore. And then he goes back into the house and he comes back and then we all cheer because we're like, we thought you were leaving. We thought you weren't going to do an encore. And then he comes out and shoves the desk up his ass. It is fun about bands. Every concert I've seen, it's always been like, all right, thank you guys. That was our last song. We promise. Wink, wink. And then everyone screams encore. And of course they're going to come back. They're sold out a 200-person room. They're going to come back for the encore. We're making them money. They're going to come back. It's not past their bedtime. They're going to come back and play one of their most popular songs. That's why it wasn't in the beginning. It's the ego trip of a musician. Is just forcing your fans. They're assaulting your mind by saying, yeah, we're going to make you shout encore so we come out and play our most popular song. we're going to force you to do this. And then they go to the hotel and have relations with a 14-year-old, and you're like, ah, shit, maybe if we kept on screaming Encore, he wouldn't have gone back to that hotel room. I don't know if you guys experience this with your bands that you like, but it seems every band that I start liking, they end up in that scenario. It's a rough time in life when all of your favorite bands were with Vans Warped Tour or just adjacent to it. When you like emo, edgy music, it's kind of hard to find a band that doesn't like kids. That's the plight of my life, is trying to go through my Spotify playlist without having to explain to my girlfriend, oh, hey, did you hear about the charges he had? Every artist in my playlist is just like, oh, yeah, him, he did this, they did that. Yeah, they're all, it's just a scumbag playlist. In other news, my girlfriend made me watch the Miss Universe competition right before I came up here to record. I said, honey, I can't watch the rest of this swimsuit competition. I have to go record the news on a podcast. But right before I came up here, we were watching it, and they did the swimsuit portion, and I saw it. And they allow these women to wear one piece, two piece, whatever they want. I don't think a Miss Universe pageant should allow one-piece swimming suits. I think if you're up on that stage, you need to show us your tummy. Show us your tummy, bitch. Come on, what are you trying to hide? You trying to hide your tummy? I want to see some tummy. Are you going to walk out there, strut your stuff, and now show us tummy? What are you trying to hide? I want to see tummy if you're out there, okay? The tummy is the most important part. I don't care about your tits or ass. I want to see that tummy, and I want to judge you based on how flat or round or weird it is. I want to see if the Nigerian girl has an outie belly button. That's what I want to see in life. Because I know she probably did. I want to see if the scar marks are still there from where she got that surgery, so that she doesn't have an outie anymore. What are you trying to hide but not showing us your tummy? Are you trying to dog show us our tummy? Are you saying you're better than a dog? You need to show us what you got going on. I think all the Miss Universe pageant girls, they should have to roll over on their back, show us their tummy like they're a little puppy. I think that's the only way to judge them based on character. Screw the interview portion. Where's the tummy portion? I need to see a highlight of all those ladies' tummies. It would suck to date a Miss Universe pageant girl, because then you have to lie to her saying that everything's important that she's doing. Like, you have to come home. You have to come home from like a 50-hour work week and have to come in on her, and before you can even say anything, she starts complaining about her work. She's like, I'm sorry, I had to strut with a swimsuit all day long, and then you're here saying, I had to build a fucking fence. I had to use you got to walk around in heels for 4 hours to practice. You get interviewed. You have to answer questions and make sure that all of them include education is the real issue in America. That's what you have to say. All you have to do is tie back to education. Any question you're asked in a Miss America pageant, you can tie back to education, and you should, because that's one of those things that like everybody is going to be on board with. If you say like we need to close our borders, which all those girls definitely want to say, they're pageant girls. They definitely voted Trump 2024. You can't bring it back to closing the borders. What you have to do is bring it back to education and how it's important for America's youth. That's the only right answer as a Miss America pageant contestant. You have to say, the kids really need to learn better. Otherwise, so that they don't have to become a Miss America pageant contestant like me. They need to be smarter and do better. The next generation. Kids are our future, guys, and that's what you have to go up there and say. No matter what your answer, that should be the summary, is kids are the future. I don't even think kids... I remember being like 12 years old and DVRing the Victoria's Secret model show, where they just come out in different underwear and bras. I remember I don't think kids are doing that. Going to the Roku channel to watch the Miss Universe 2024. I don't think kids are jerking off to fully clothed women in one-piece bathing suits. I think it's strictly iPad porn now. Imagine having an iPad kid. When you give him an iPad at 4 years old just to shut his ass up, and then it just slowly... you got to watch the degradation of that kid just start going slowly into pornography, and you have to realize in your head, damn, that was my fault. I shouldn't have given him an iPad to play Roblox when he was 5 years old. I should have been a little bit hesitant with that. Now he's on there Googling Minecraft porn, and I have to have a conversation with him that he can't use the iPad, but he's already addicted. I know he's going to cry about the iPad until he can watch his Minecraft porn again. That creeper went balls deep in that Minecraft character, and I have to talk to him about that now. I watched a Minecraft zombie rail a girl. That's not a fun conversation to have with your kid. So don't give your kid an iPad so they can play Roblox when they're 5 years old. Maybe wait a little bit. Wait until they're past the Minecraft porn phase. Minecraft big boobies phase. Might be best to wait till after that to give them an iPad so they can just give them like a calculator. I think a kid would be fine with a calculator instead. You just be like, hey, this is Roblox, I heard, and then give it to him, and he's out there typing out boobs at 8 years old instead of looking up Minecraft porn. What's the big deal in showing tummy? It's not a sexualized feature. Just show us your tummy. I don't care about what your tummy looks like. I just want to know that you're confident enough to show it. I think that's the gist of it. I want you to be confident enough to show us your just pink belly. That's all I got to say. And that's all I got to say about that. Lieutenant Dan, you don't got no legs. Jenny, why's your pussy so wet? Jenny, is there a leak in the ceiling? I didn't know pussies were supposed to get this wet. I've never seen one before. Yes, Forrest, it's supposed to get wet. Oh, okay, that would be annoying, having sex with Forrest Gump, because he's going to ask questions the whole goddamn time. You're sitting down with him, and Jenny spreads open her legs, and he's like, oh, why has it got so many folds? I thought it was supposed to be an axe wound. That's what my family said it looked like. But this looks more like a deli sandwich. Jenny, why is that? Because that's just the way God made us, Forrest. Oh, okay, God knows we're the best. Mama always said God made us in his image. So I guess your pussy is supposed to look like roast beef. Okay, Jenny, I understand. Where is the clitoris, Jenny? God damn it, Forrest, let me fucking put your finger on it. Oh, okay. Is that a what, or is that the clitoris? No, my warts are on my ass, Forrest. Oh, okay, Jenny, I love you. What, do you love me? Yes, Forrest. We went over this. I finally said it to you. Thank you, Jenny. I saw you go to the bathroom and do a rail of cocaine, and if I have sex with you, is that going to go to me? Mama always said do not do cocaine. Dr. Pepper only. No, Forrest. This is just for me to get through this. You're the richest man I know, and I know no other way to raise this baby. Oh, okay, Jenny, thank you. I love you, and Forrest, and Mama, and Lieutenant. He just starts listing like it's a good night prayer. God bless, right before he goes into Jenny's pussy. God bless Mama, Forrest Jr., Jenny, of course, Lieutenant Dan, Bubba's family. God, please, Bubba, I know you're looking down on me. God bless Bubba. Now, I'm going to go down on Jenny. Thank you, God. And then he eats her out. Because you can't get AIDS when you eat her out. Does always come to Forrest Gump with me. That's generally the gist of what I do. Is I ramble on for a couple hours, and then I say, hey, you guys ever see that movie Forrest Gump? Isn't that funny? Where was I? Oh yeah, in other news, I watched Band of Brothers within 2 days last week. I was stuck in a hotel room, and I watched all 10 episodes of Band of Brothers within 2 days, and I realized how cool it is to just be some Guido Wop during World War II. Nothing better than some Guido, quippy Italian dude just out at war, making some jokes, and then he loses his leg, and you're like, this show just got a lot worse, because there's not the comic relief of some Italian guy being racist. Damn it. I thought, now we can't have jokes anymore, because everyone's sad that the Guido got lost a leg and went home. Also, I'm not proud of it, but I did take another trip to Wax City, Maryland, while I was in that hotel room. When a man gets a hotel room by himself, there's no other options. It's just, it's like the night before Christmas, all through the house. Not a whisper was heard, except for me furiously masturbating. That's what happens when you get into a hotel room. It's just too quiet in there. You can only play Family Guy on the TV for so long until you're like, fuck, I guess I gotta go to sleep. Let's just knock this out real quick. Let's make the whole room smell before I go to sleep so I wake up to a surprise. There's also, when I was in that hotel room, my bed was against the wall to the other bed. That's the worst thing to do in a hotel room. All the beds should be on different walls. I shouldn't have to share a wall. It shouldn't be a bed-to-bed wall. There needs to be room, because I heard these people fucking every night I was in that hotel. And this poor woman, this man would just jackhammer into her for about 30 seconds, and then they'd switch positions, and I could tell because they were hitting the bed so hard that it would rattle my bed, and then they'd get up and go over to the window, because it just sounded far away from the left side of the room, and then it'd go about for another 30 seconds, he would jackhammer her, and then they'd go into the bathroom, I guess, to fuck while looking at themselves, and he'd do it for another 30 seconds, and then he'd go back to the bed. It was just this cycle of just poor woman just getting jackhammers all across the room. It felt like a construction zone. And I didn't even hear her moan too much. She did a little bit. I guess she was enjoying the jackhammering of a lifetime. However, I did hear him come very loudly, which is as you're trying to fall asleep while listening to Family Guy in the background, it's kind of hard when you just hear a man moan of ecstasy. A man should not be making noise while having sex. It's very off-putting. And it's hard to explain how off-putting it is to hear a man having pleasure in his life. He shouldn't be having sex with a woman. He should be out making something with his hands. Sex is nasty, and a man should never do that. Sex is between a woman and a woman. A man has no place in the bedroom, especially when he can be heard by other men in the adjoining room. And that's all I gotta say about that. The thing that sucks about hotels in America is that you go down to the concession stand that they have, and you buy a pint of ice cream, and it's fucking $10. That's why I voted for Trump America 2024. I went to the hotel and I thought to myself, why is this ice cream? Why is this Haagen-Dazs ice cream so expensive for a pint? And then I thought, you know what? Trump will fix this. This Haagen-Dazs ice cream should be just $2. Trump will fix that for me. So, in other words, big week for whites. Trump, Jake Paul, the Haka dance, 25 Days of Christmas coming up. It's a big couple months for whites. December is White History Month, if you think about it. Playing all of our greatest hits. Harry Potter, A Christmas Story. If you go back in time, our greatest hits happened in December. Keep it rolling. December is White History Month. We do have a month. It's called Christmas. I appreciate you guys listening to the Shower Party Podcast. Please listen to this one and tell your friends. It's a lot of fun when you get in front of the InfoWars desk and you just rattle some bullshit off. Tell a friend how fun it was to listen to me explain the Haka dance and how whites have culture. Give them a little synopsis of the episode. Say, like, these were actually the talking points. He talked about Forrest Gump for a little bit too long than we like, but he also talked about the Mike Tyson fight. He talked about the Haka dance. He talked about Trump being elected. Trump also has picked most of his cabinet members. I forgot to add that. He did pick most of them. Yet he has not chosen any silverware, because I guess the drawers are coming next. The cabinet's all chosen up, but the silverware's coming after the drawers are chosen. I thought that was a fun one. Surprisingly, he's going stainless steel for pots and pans. Which doesn't make it hard to easily clean up after cooking eggs. You need at least one non-stick pan in the cabinet so that you can make breakfast with very little cleanup. Come on, Trump. What are you doing? You're picking out all the drawers and you all stainless steel? What are you doing, bud? You gotta have at least one non-stick. You gotta get a hex-clad pan so you can make eggs with ease. You gotta get one of those tiny ones so you don't have to do all the cleanup. You don't have to put baking soda and water in your stainless steel pan every time you just make an egg. Come on, brother. What are you doing? All right, this has officially been episode 126 of the Shower Party Podcast. Tell a friend, please. Otherwise, I'm doing this for nobody, and it's sad. It's sad to tell people I have a podcast, and then they'd be like, do you have any listeners? And I'd be like, kinda. Please tell people. I've been Liam Salvage, and I will see you next week. This has been All That's News in the Shower Party News Network. Have a good one, and good night.